Hello. This lecture is going to present some brief instructions on how you should prepare for the global coordinated session to enliven the great wave of creation using the Sacred Sounds pendants. This is the session we're going to be doing every Sunday and Wednesday in North America and Europe. And some of you will be doing this on your own because you have a friend who can use the flame and wand on you while you hold the pendants, the Sacred Sounds pendants. Others of you will be using our service here at Biogenesis for us to be able to use the flame and the wand on your photograph while you at home are holding on to the Sacred Sounds pendants. Either way, we're all going to be participating at exactly the same time in the effort to enliven the great wave of creation for the world, but also to enliven its many benefits in our own lives. So let's take a look at how we get prepared for this. You're going to need some tools. So have these tools ready. Whether you should plan to lie down for the session. So whether you have these on the bedstand next to your bed, or on the coffee table next to your couch, or just on the floor, wherever you're going to be lying down, then just make sure to have these tools ready when you prepare to start the live event. You're going to need the biotranslator or the song, and this is to set the intent at the beginning of the session. After that, you're going to need the super water cell and the super star cell. You'll be holding those in your hands off and on throughout the session. And of course, you're going to need the Sacred Sounds pendants. Now, what if you don't have all of these? Use what you do have. So if you've got 4 of the Sacred Sounds pendants and you're waiting to receive the other 4 from us, then use the 4 that you've got. We're going to go through them in a specific order with the session: Inception, then Reflection, Education, then Success, Love, then Abundance, Health, then Curse. So let's say that you've got Education and Reflection, and you've got Love and Abundance. So you would walk through the steps of the session with us, with everyone else, for Inception and Reflection. When it comes to Education and Success, you simply hold the supercells in your hands. And don't hold any of the other pendants, just hold the supercells. If you have your sounds for Education and Success, you can continue to enliven those sounds in the specific format for this session. Remember, enlivening the sounds for this session is different than when you use the song to enliven your personal sacred sounds. For this session, you start with the Realm Lord 3 times in your mind. Realm Lord, Realm Lord, Realm Lord. Then, for the rest of the 3-minute time that will be enlivening that particular pendant, you simply do the sounds, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, for that particular seed. Now, by ABC, I'm obviously not meaning ABC, but I mean sound 1, sound 2, and sound 3 for your personal sacred sound. In this example, it'd be for the education seed, and then next for the success seed. So hold the supercells in your hands, enliven the sounds in your mind. Then when we get to love, and in our example, you have the love and abundance pendants, so you participate with the pendants for love and abundance. Then we get to health and curse, and you don't have those pendants. Again, hold the super water cell in your left hand, super star cell in your right hand, and if you have the personal sacred sounds for your health and curse seeds, then enliven those in your mind. Again, Realm Lord, Realm Lord, Realm Lord, and then sound 1, sound 2, sound 3 for the rest of the 3 minutes. And if you need a reminder for your personal sacred sounds, and most people do because it's hard to memorize them. If you've done them quite a bit, then you probably have them memorized. But if you haven't done them a lot, if they're still relatively new to you, you probably have them written down. You need to have that sheet where you have your sounds written down near to you. If you have it right next to where you store your pendants, that's going to be pretty helpful. And how you should store your pendants, here's a good question. Just have take a look at the picture on your screen. Have the gold pendants in a column on the right-hand side, and the silver pendants in a column on the left-hand side. And on the top, it should be reflection on the left, inception on the right. The second row is going to be success on the left, education on the right. Third row will be abundance on the left, love on the right. Fourth row will be curse on the left, and health on the right. Have your super water cell on the left side, superstar cell on the right side, and have the wand of Genesis on the left side. Actually, I'm sorry, that's if you are doing it with someone else using the flame and wand over you, have the wand on the left side, the flame on the right side. If we are doing the treatment for you with the wand and the flame on your photograph, then you will not include the flame and the wand in this setup. Keep the pendants in their boxes, but have the lid to the box that has the name of the pendant right next to the box. You can see that on the photograph. That way you will know which pendant is which, and always be sure to put the pendant back in its appropriate box. Otherwise, you'll get the pendants mixed up and you won't know which pendant is which. Don't worry, we're going to have a form online in the next day or two so that in case you do mix up your pendants, you can just go online and you'll be able to tell pretty quickly and easily which pendant you're holding in your hand. But for right now, as we prepare for tomorrow's session and these sessions to come up with the global coordinated sessions, try to keep the pendants in their boxes so that you don't inadvertently mix up the Inception pendant with the Education pendant, for example. Then, however you're going to watch the YouTube live video, whether it is on your phone, on a tablet, on a laptop, or even a desktop computer. Just have that near to you because you're going to need to be able to listen to me as I give you instructions as we go through the session. So have that ready. Now also, as you look on the screen, you can see the picture next to me. This is a screenshot of our web page on our website, biogenesis.us. If you go to the home page, you click the button at the very top that talks about, it says the Global Sacred Sounds Pendant Session. Click on that. It's just to the right of the main pictures. And that'll take you to the main page for this Global Coordinated Session. And towards the very top of this page, you can see highlighted right now, is a link for the live event. Now, if you've already subscribed to our YouTube page and you've enabled notifications, you're going to be notified half an hour ahead of time that there's a live event coming up. And then just as we go live, you'll be notified again. But just to make sure that you know how to access the link for the live event, it's always going to be posted here on this page. So you can simply click there and it will get you to the live event. Make sure that everything is set and ready next to you. And then people have asked us, what can they wear during these sessions, specifically the Biogenesis tools? You can wear any of the tools. You can wear your shield. You can wear your pendant of eternal light. You can wear the wheels of Genesis. But don't wear any of the Sacred Sounds pendants. Many of us are wearing the Sacred Sounds pendants because it's so wonderful, but for this session, because we are specifically enlivening each of the 8 pendants one by one, then you shouldn't mix it up by having other pendants on you at the same time. So if you do wear any of the Sacred Sounds pendants, remove them before you do this session with us. Okay, let's go through the actual steps of the session. You're going to set your intent using the biotranslator or the Song of the Spheres, and the intent can be anything you want it to be. It could be for abundance, it could be for health, it could be simply to enliven your personal sacred sounds. It could be to enliven the great wave of creation for the world or within your home. It's whatever you want it to be. We're going to give you a minute. So as we go through the treatment sessions, I'll give you a minute to set up, and then I'm going to give you a minute to set the intent itself, because I don't want anyone to be rushed during the session. Then you're going to have half a minute to position yourself, get the super water cell and super star cell in your hands. You'll have 2 minutes with those in your hands. Then you'll set aside the super star cell out of your right hand and pick up and hold in your right hand the Inception pendant. I'm going to give you half a minute to do that. And then we start the 3-minute process for enlivening the Inception pendant. After that, you set the Inception pendant aside, hopefully back in its box. Hold the super star cell in your right hand, put the super water cell aside from your left hand, take the reflection pendant, hold it in your left hand, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do this step as well. Then we'll do 3 minutes enlivening the the reflective pendant, the reflection pendant. So each step, the enlivenment of each of the pendants is 3 minutes. In between each of those steps, we're going to give you 30 seconds to replace the pendant that you have. Take the super star cell or super water cell back in your hand, take the other one out of your hand, take the next pendant and put it in your hand. So that process you're going to get 30 seconds for. Then we do the enlivenment of that pendant for 3 minutes. We'll repeat this going through education and success, love and abundance, health and curse. After we finish, then you'll hold the super water cell and super star cell in your hands for 2 minutes. And again, do your best to not mix up the pendants, but if you do, you can call us on Monday morning and we'll help you sort it out. But also on Monday, we'll have on the website a forum for you to be able to help yourself figure out which pendant is which. Okay, everyone. I'll start broadcasting a few minutes before the anticipated start time, the scheduled start time, which is 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, Pacific time. That's noon Eastern time. For those of you in Europe, that's noon in New York City. And you can figure your time based on New York. The treatment should last about 35 to 40 minutes because of all of the extra buffer time that we've added in to make sure that no one is rushed. This should be a really enjoyable and relaxing experience for you. And I'll go through the instructions step by step as we do the global session tomorrow. Okay, everyone. I just want to thank you so much for taking part in this. This is going to be a significantly beneficial event for the entire world. Not just because it's the first one, but because we're going to be doing this over and over, all of us, all around the world, and the first step is always the best. So it's going to be exciting taking part in this tomorrow. But this is something that's going to be a truly valued part of your life as you go through each week throughout this year. Okay, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for the session.